Minimize. Perfect. Okay. How's it going?
There's a lot going.
Oh, you start where you want to start.
I don't know. There's so much going on in my life right now. I'm very overwhelmed a little
Yeah.
bit right now. We today was our opening day for our new store. We moved out of the mall.
Yeah.
So we had to work this morning, and I never work on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Wednesdays we have class, so I never work on Wednesdays. So it's different, but yeah, we just moved the store. I have a lot of schoolwork going on. I had my birthday on Sunday, and that was nice. Got to see some family, but yeah, it's final season, so
Yeah.
quite a bit going on.
Yeah, you feel tired to me. You feel exhausted.
I am very, very tired. I've been working just about every day.
Wow.
And coming home and doing schoolwork and going to bed.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I scheduled my classes for next semester and completely forgot that I still have to take a final from last year.
Oh.
So I got a concussion last year around this time. So I had to be taken out of school for a month. And so that encompassed finals week.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot, and they're like, you have a year. It's an incomplete right now. You have a year, or else it turns into an F. I completely forgot about it. So now I gotta start studying for that because I gotta take that during finals week too.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Sounds like you have a lot going on right now in this period of your life.
Yeah. It's just back to back to back. I've got stuff going on.
Yeah.
Went to work this morning, and then I have this, and then class, and then I have another meeting afterwards. Tomorrow I don't work, but I have a doctor's appointment. I gotta run some errands. I got schoolwork to do, got laundry to do, so it's just I can't get a break at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you coping with all of this?
The work in the school isn't stressing me out too much. The one final that I have to take is a little bit just because I haven't touched that stuff since last year. It's just, I'm just tired. I'm used to being busy and everything. I've always been busy, and I like to keep busy. Just because when I'm not, I get bored easily and get depressed. So it's nice that I have stuff going on, but and it's all before finals. And then once finals are done, it's I can relax, So I'm looking forward to that. But the next 3 weeks, they're going to be a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it sounds like it will be.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Yeah, we went to New York to see my brother. And that was really nice.
Yeah.
Relaxing. It's good to see him. And then we started the move on Sunday on my birthday. I worked all day.
Wow.
And my dad was like, well, welcome to adulthood.
Oh.
I was like, yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. It's just funny because this year we moved the store on my birthday. Last year we moved into this house on my birthday. So I'm like, here I'm not going anywhere. It's next year, wherever I live, on my work, we're staying. On my birthday, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I want to celebrate. Next year will be my 21st, so I'm obviously going to be celebrating. So.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of funny. But the new store is really nice, and we're getting settled in. So That's nice. It's starting to calm down a little bit now that we're unpacking and everything. So,
That's good.
and hopefully next week I won't be working as much. So,
What kind of control do you have over your schedule? Is it pretty, like, set with your manager right now, or is it something that you can say, "Hey, I can't do this because of school?"
I can tell him, especially because he knows like it's finals time. Like I can tell him, I can't do this many days this week.
Mhm.
I mean, I normally don't work on Mondays and Wednesdays anyways for school. Um, and so next week we'll go back to that hopefully. So I at least have those 2 days, and then I'll probably have another day off. But I can tell him, I don't, because I mean he needs me more than I need him, obviously. So I'm like,
Mm,
this is what I can do, and you're gonna have to
right?
deal with it.
You have the
You know?
power in that.
Yeah. And he did say to me, like a few weeks ago, he was like, "Once your finals are over and everything, once school is done for you, you're working 5 days a week." And I was like, "No, I'm not." Because
Wow.
yeah, because
Good for you, Siobhan.
thanks. Because 5 days a week is full time, and I'm part time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I also want a summer. I want to have fun this summer, do things this summer. And I usually babysit during the summer. I don't know if I'm doing that yet or not, but
Yeah.
I'm not working full time hours. I'm not getting full time pay. Like,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have the room to give me full time pay, so I'm like, oh.
Oh, that's huge.
Mhm.
Like, that's amazing that you told him no.
Yeah. I I'm finally comfortable with doing that with him. Before I was like, what he says, he puts me on the schedule this days, I can't really do much about it. Now I'm like, you know, this is what I'm doing, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you get to that point?
I don't know. I just kind of, I guess I realized that I have always been somebody who likes to pack my schedule and work a lot, and I really don't need to.
Mm,
I just like to.
mhm.
So I was like, you know what? Like, I will tell him, I'm only working 4 days a week at most, and use those other days to do good on my schoolwork, take my time,
Yeah.
relax, do something fun, that kind of thing. Because I really don't need to be working a ton right now. I'm in school for a reason.
Wow, yeah. That's really
So
big insight, especially knowing, your goals of and your values of, school and how important that is to you and how important it is to spend time with your family. Like, not many people feel comfortable saying, like, they are comfortable saying that to their boss and saying, like, "No, I am gonna pull that really hard work-life boundary." That's really important that you're able to do that.
yeah, thanks. I definitely did take me a while to get to that point, but now 'cause I was always trying to be like that person that goes to college and works full time and
Oof.
everything and doesn't have a life, and now I'm like, that's not worth it.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the saving the money part, building up the money, but
Right.
like, I mean, it's more important for me to focus on school and relax. So
Yeah. Knowing that about yourself and putting your energy into what matters instead of what, you know, takes all your energy. It's really important.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, I guess there's just like so much going on in my life right now. I need a
Need a
I
minute.
need a to just relax. Like I've been reminding myself a lot lately. Like with my anxiety, I would always be whenever I would have a moment to relax, I'm like, okay, but I do need to do this, and then I'm planning ahead in my mind of like what I
Mm,
need to do and everything.
mhm.
And I realize that I do that when I drive. I'm, sitting there, I'm not really doing it. I'm driving and listening to music, and I'm just like worrying about what I gotta do. And I'm like, okay, I'll do this, and then I'll do that. This isn't this, like, racking through, like, my brain, like, what I gotta do and stuff, and then I'm like, "Hold on, like, I can't do anything about it right now." Like, I'm, like, going to run errands or going to work or something I can't do anything about right now, so why am I thinking about it?
Yeah.
Like, I plan it out ahead of time, but, like, or when I'm just, like, sitting in bed at night, I'm, like, thinking about what I have to do the next day, and I'm like, "Why am I thinking about," like, I've actually been telling myself to, like, be more in the moment, be, like, more present because all I'm thinking about is, like, the future, and so I've been reminding myself that, like, a lot lately is, like, because 'cause I'm thinking ahead about, like, what I have to do and all those stressful things, and I'm like, "Why? Like, why
Right.
am I thinking about that right now?" You know?
Yeah, how has that been going? Recognizing that, like, when you get to that.
I mean, it's when I get to that point, it is kinda refreshing to just be, like, you know, talking to myself in my head, and I'm like, "Need to do this. Oh, wait, no, stop, like, relax for a second, worry about that in a bit." Um So it is kinda weird because I never really had that little second voice that's like, "Relax."
Yeah.
Um, and it was always just like, "I gotta get this done, I gotta get," this is happening tomorrow, I gotta get ready, and, like, I've never been like, "Okay, maybe, like, sit down for a second and breathe,"
Mhm.
or, you know, "Worry about it later. Worry about it when it comes. There's no use in, worrying about something, thinking about it when it's coming up, or else you're just gonna, be anxious and everything in the moment," and,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
um
That's
So that
quite
was a
Go ahead.
sorry. I mean, that was just a big realization I had the other day in the car. I was, like, worrying about, like, schoolwork that I had to do, and I'm like, "Why?" And I was going to walk my mom's friend's dog, and I'm like, "Why am I thinking about it right now? Like, I can't do anything about it right now. I don't need to do anything about it right now. Why am I doing this?" Like, I was like, "Huh."
Yeah, that sounds like that was a really big kinda, like, mindset shift for
Mhm.
you.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, I've just always been, like, planning ahead and, like, anxious and everything, so I was just like, "Whoa, I can do this?" Like,
That's amazing, Siobhan.
thanks.
How refreshing and how empowering to
Yeah.
hear that.
Mhm. Or I found myself doing it the other night. I was going to so Andrew came home for the weekend because his
Mhm.
little sister was having a birthday
Right.
party.
Right.
It was so much
I was
fun.
gonna
So much
say, how was it?
Oh my god, it was so much fun. It was so cool. His family is so much fun, and it
Oh,
was so
good.
fun to dress up and just relax. But I was when I was there at one point, and we're just kind of standing there, and, like, Andrew was talking to his grandma or something like that, and I'm thinking about a customer I had to call Sunday morning,
Mm,
and it's Saturday night, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Okay, I gotta call this customer and let them know about, like, this and this, and then I gotta call the shop," and then I'm like, "What?" I'm at a party right now, and I'm thinking about what I have to do at work tomorrow. I was like, "How lame is that?" Like,
wow.
so that was another
Yeah.
time. I had those 2, like, realizations, like, in the moment. I'm like, "Why?" Like, this is, like, lame, like, I'm thinking about this while I'm, like, should be enjoying the party, like, should be, like, you know, talking to people, and I'm sitting
Yeah.
here racking my brain, and I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
What's the point?" And so
Right.
I was like, "Okay," and I let it go and had fun, and then when Sunday morning came and I got to work, I did what I had to do because I was like, "I can't forget to do this, I can't forget to do this tomorrow," and I didn't, So, like, wow.
Yeah, look at you go. That's amazing to be able to acknowledge in the moment when you're getting into that future mindset, that kind of task list, and then being like, "Wait, I'm here to enjoy the moment and be present."
Yep,
Like, that's huge.
yeah.
How do you see this serving you moving forward?
Um, I mean, I think I'm gonna have more fun in the moment later. Because I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, I've been doing all these, like, fun things, but, like, was I really, like, enjoying them in the moment, or was I
Ooh, yeah.
worrying about an assignment I had to do the next day or whatever? Like,
Mm.
I'm like, was I really there?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll look back and I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I went here and did this," and then I'll be like, "But I don't really remember, you know, much of what I did there." Because
Yeah.
I'm because I was standing there probably thinking about what I had to do the next day, like, so,
Yeah.
like, I just wanna have, like, more memories of, like, fun things that I do, like, especially this summer of just, like, being in the moment and, like, having fun and relaxing,
Yeah.
and just I wanna remember that instead of remembering, "Oh my god, I had this big assignment and I was worried about it the whole time," or whatever, like, because 'cause I've just always been, like, such an anxious person. Like,
Mhm.
I just like, you know, write everything down that I gotta do and work on it when I can work on it, and when I can't, put it aside. Like, I'll
Wow.
be doing that at work.
Yeah.
I'll be, like, sitting there and I'm like, "I have this homework due tonight," and I'm like, "I can't do it right now."
Mhm.
Like, why do I focus on work? I can't
Mhm.
do homework at work, like, you know? So,
Yeah, that mind shift and keeping that list. I think that's great because we've definitely talked a lot about how lists really work for you, and that's
mhm.
great that, you're using that list for this as well to keep track.
Yeah, yeah. I have, usually I write them down, but my room is still a mess, so I'm losing the little papers and everything. So I have, like, the little sticky notes
Yeah.
that you can put on your, like, computer, like, on the home screen.
Yep.
I have that, and I just have, future to do, like, not urgent to do, and then I have, like, my urgent to do, just on my computer, 'cause I'm always on my computer, I'm always seeing it, so I have it there, just to remind myself, "Oh, I have this coming up in 2 weeks, I have time to prepare," or whatever, like, you know? So,
Yeah, how has that been helping with your motivation?
um, it's it has been helping because I'm like, I see everything that I have to do, and I'll look at it and I'm like, "Oh, I have this quiz that's due," and I'll be like, "That'll take 20 minutes. Let's get out of the way." Or, I have to do my notes, which is, like, such a mindless thing to do. Like, I just
Mhm.
put some music on it and do my notes, and I'm like, "You know what? I'll do that. That's kinda relaxing for me." Get that out of the way, or I have this assignment due Sunday, and I have plans Friday and Saturday night. Let's start it right now. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah, which before, like, I'd be like, and I did procrastinate last week, and it was Sunday night, my birthday, and I was doing homework that was due that night.
Oh,
But I'm starting this week to get my stuff. Like, tomorrow I have the day off. I'm gonna start doing, my stuff tomorrow. So that I can, like, maybe, like, do something this week.
yeah, it sounds like you have a good idea of a plan to get stuff caught up, ready for finals.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I have just a ton of things that I gotta do before finals. So I gotta update my list and everything and get going on that stuff. But yeah,
When will you update your list that way? Take some stress
um,
off of you so you can be in the moment for different things
probably tonight. I plan
tonight
on doing some homework tonight, so I don't
after
have,
your
like, too
meeting?
much tomorrow. Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't have everything to do tomorrow. So yeah, probably tonight because yeah, I got some other stuff to do tonight. So
Great.
yeah.
What else would you like to talk about? I know I'll just say one little quick thing. I know I'm, like, following it
Mhm.
up with a question, which I didn't mean to do. Um,
So
this is our last session, so I would love to take some time, like, towards the end to just kinda talk about this experience for you. But of
okay.
course, I wanna ask, like, what else is going on? What else would you wanna talk about today?
I mean, there's not really anything else that's, like, pressing on my mind at the moment. It's really just, like, how busy my schedule is gonna be for the next 2 weeks, but that's literally every college student right now. Like, um, yeah, it's really just that, but I mean, this was helpful. I do need to update my list of things to do and everything like that, but that's really it. I mean, I'm doing pretty well otherwise in other areas of my life, so
Okay. So you update your list coming up,
yeah.
find
Mhm.
out the days that you're working,
Yeah.
and what will you do if, your manager schedules you on a day where you need to, like, do homework?
I'm just gonna be like, "Listen, I always exaggerate with him, but I'm always like if I have, like, 2 assignments, 2 big assignments I gotta do, I'm like, "Hey, man, I got 4 assignments due. Like, I need time to work on them. I can't," and I always
Mhm.
tell him, "This is just until finals are over,
Right.
and, I can work 4 days a week." Um, yeah, I'll just be like, "Listen, man, I need to study. I need to still get my,
Mhm.
homework and assignments done." So, and I actually did tell him that I will be taking, like, an extra final and everything, so he knows that I do have a lot of studying coming up, so
Okay. So how will you know, like, I don't know how to, like, quantify it or if it's just a feeling, like, how will you know you need to text him to ask off?
Um,
Because it's coming down.
yeah, I'm gonna I mean, my professors always post what's due for the next week, like Saturday or Sunday,
Cool.
and I'll take a look at the work, take a look at when I'm on the schedule, and just kind of plan out in my head, okay, this night I can work on stuff. Um, I'll just kind of do an overview look of my assignments and my work schedule, and if I need extra time, I'll tell them.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Cool. Cool. Anything else that you'd like to chat about?
I think that's it. I'm I'm excited to have a conversation with you about this whole experience.
Yeah. All right. Let's dive into it. So, we have about I'm bad at time, like 7 minutes left.
Okay.
'Cause I wanna make sure you have time before class too, to just kinda,
Yeah.
like, zen
Detail.
yourself. Um, so just I mean, it just feels like it's only been, like, a few weeks, but, w what's coming up for you as you kind of reflect over the times we've spent together? What has changed for you?
Um.
Or not changed, like
Hmm. I think definitely like managing my priorities better. Like I've always been very bad at like self care and stuff like that.
Mhm,
But you've helped me, realize that I can't be strong in those other areas of my life if I'm not taking care of myself first and everything.
wow.
So that you definitely helped me realize that. And um, what else? But I mean, yeah, it was a lot of self care because I've always been like the absolute worst at that. Taking care of myself, keeping my room clean, and I mean, also with my motivation, I guess, with my schoolwork, um, and everything, I was procrastinating and slacking, and obviously still fall into those traps sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, but now I am more motivated to get that stuff done so I can, you know, do the self care.
Mhm.
Um, and I mean, I realized that, I mean, you helped me realize that I need to keep adding when I'm like super busy like this. I need to find out ways to add like some fun and relaxation like into my busy schedule,
Mhm.
and that like I do like those reward type things.
Yeah.
I never really knew that before, and now I'm like I do like to enjoy like a little something after I get something done or whatever. Like, like going to see my friends or like going to the city or something like that. Like after having like a hard time, like after finals are done, I plan on like going somewhere. And I realize that that is what makes me want to work hard. That helps with my motivation. That makes me want to work hard so that I can have those like nice bits of time
Mhm.
to do something that's fun for me.
Yeah.
At the end, I like to reward myself.
Mhm.
Um, mhm. Cat's on the kitchen table.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cat loves you.
yeah. Not on the kitchen table though. Oh, I gotta clean it. Um, really, I mean, you seriously helped me with like so much. Like, I even just like talking about things. Like, I never really like to talk about things, but you make like this environment. I mean, we're in our own environments, but just like
Yeah.
the video call environment comfortable, even though we're not face to face and everything like that.
Mhm.
I was okay with talking to you know to the you over the computer, like talking about things going on because I never really talk about like those problems with motivation I had and like the procrastination, the self care. Like I never really talked about that stuff before.
Mhm.
Um, even like in like counseling and stuff like that, I never really talked about. But for some reason, I felt very very comfortable sharing it with you. Um, like I never talked with my mom about it, who I tell almost everything to. Um, so it was different for me to be talking about this kind of stuff, but I liked it because it helps,
Mhm.
even just talking, and because I know you're listening, so even just talking is like
Yeah.
really nice.
Right. That's what this whole experience was for, right? To
Yeah.
work together, not so much as me helping you, but really
Yeah.
seeing how you have also manifested change for yourself. Like I want to highlight that because I can just sit here and listen, but and it's you who is doing the hard work and making these changes
Hmm.
and committing to do that. So I don't want you to not realize that because I mean, I've seen the progress.
Hmm.
I've noticed it. It's been beautiful to watch. And like, yes, I am here, but also like, how have you been committed to making the changes?
I don't know how to answer that. Really don't. I mean, even just like knowing that I had a meeting with you like the next week, and I wanted to have something good to share with you. Kind of just made me want to like have something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Um, just like I need to like do something good. I need to like fix this or something like that so I can share it with Amanda.
Right? And that's
Cause
progress.
yeah, because I mean I never acknowledged when I like did something good. Like it
Mhm.
never. Uh, and you made me realize it's good to acknowledge and celebrate
Yes.
even this small things. It's
Yes.
very important. I always push that on other people. I always told everybody, celebrate the little accomplishments, but I never did it myself. because really good at talking to people and helping people, but I don't take my own advice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a hard question that I'm probably gonna have to ponder for a while.
That's okay. That's okay. I
Mm,
think that can fuel into probably, like, one of my last questions is, um, so now what? What are you gonna do moving forward to keep this momentum? How are you gonna commit to yourself?
how am I gonna do it? Gosh, you make me think. um, I mean, I'll just keep doing those little reminders of, um, where I want to be, down the line. Um, keep myself motivated for school. Um, I want to do this and go to school and get this degree and everything.
Mhm.
To keep reminding myself where I want to be a couple years down the line. Keep making my little lists and
Yeah.
prioritize things, and
Yeah.
um, probably hold myself accountable a little bit more for when I do slip up,
Mhm.
like I did this past week. I saved my homework for Sunday night.
Mhm.
Um, hold myself accountable for that, and just you know turn it right around and go, okay, let's do better this week.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I have to think about that one as well because I don't really have any specifics just coming right to mind. Um, but yeah, I just need to keep doing those little reminders to myself. Sometimes my mind
Yeah.
just keeps too fast, and my body's like trying to keep up, and
Yeah.
so like taking a breath and reminding myself what my priorities are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Anything else that you wanna reflect on or comment on from this coaching experience?
I mean, I just want to say I was nervous to do this at the start. I was
Yeah.
nervous that I wasn't going to be able to open up to
Yeah.
somebody I've never met.
Yeah.
Um, But I mean, you showed me that it's okay to, just trust somebody you've never met, and
Mhm.
most likely they're going to be a good person. And because some people you meet, they're just you can just tell they're awful people. And I mean,
Yeah.
I had one session with you, and I was like, oh my god, there's good people in the world. Um, so just like all your kindness and everything, just meant a lot. Just to have like somebody else to talk to besides like my mom or like my best friend or something. It was just nice to have another you know point of view, another person to learn from.
Mm.
So yeah, thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. I've thoroughly enjoyed being on this journey with you. I can see how kind and hardworking and generous you are, and I have no doubt in my mind that um, whatever you commit yourself to, whatever goals they look like, you're gonna see them through. And if they're not the right goals, you won't do it, right? Like that emotional intelligence is there, and it's a strength. And I think everything you said about how to commit to yourself, about your little reminders, your sticky notes, keeping
Mhm.
self-care at the forefront, keeping what you value at the forefront, that's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, thank you. I think so. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this for me. And even if you don't do coaching, even if you don't continue on with your coaching journey, just want to say you would be an amazing coach. you would be awesome. You just have a natural gift for it and the natural kindness for everyone. So just want to say that even if it's not what you want to do, you're still great at it.
Thank you, Siobhan.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna stop the feed. That's an awkward way to end.